forgot what we were doing.
Drag Race.
Hello, everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Kristen.
And this is So I'm Watching RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 7, Episode
7. Legendary Legend Looks.
You know why this show's good?
Because everyone's so gay.
Everyone's so gay. No, there wasn't. There's not a... You're making him happy again? Yeah. Does Drag Race exist outside of time and space?
Sure. Why not?
So, not a whole lot happened in this one. There was only the one maxi challenge.
Yeah.
The mini challenges have kind of gone by the wayside.
I'm fine with it for the most part. I generally, by the time that we get to recording, I don't remember what the mini challenge was anyway. So it's kind of whatever.
Well, it just, there was like a lot of camaraderie with the queens, and I'm definitely enjoying it. I just don't, it doesn't give me a lot to analyze or to talk about. However, I did.
That's the only thing, is it's very drama free in a way that makes this a lot less. Like, there's a lot less for us to cover.
Well, I did start watching. We hadn't been watching Untucked when it doesn't just conveniently come on after the fact, and you're trying to like pull up your iPad and go through the app and all that, and so we just hadn't been. And we kind of really should have been, because some of the things that we've had questions about had been answered on the Untucked episodes.
That's our bad. We are now watching Untucked.
But I was going to say that last week there was a particularly touching scene with Monet and Trinity. I'm loving their little like showmance. I think it's not like a romantic. They just have sort of this like connection that I think is really fun and really great.
Me too.
Trinity has like big den mother energy that I didn't know. I didn't get it. I haven't seen her season.
Yeah, and I didn't get it immediately, but especially in this episode, they cut back a lot to the like graduation speech episode for her specifically, and it was a lot of like, that's just like who I am. You know, I quit school to take care of my grandmother and like all of this, and so I like it. As you know, it's the type of thing you have to be careful about as a person. Like, don't help others too much at the expense of yourself. But I like the vibe. And she has, they're all just friendly. She
has a slight Bianca Del Rio quality where she talks big game.
I see it.
But she's actually a big old softie, you know? Yeah. So I am looking forward to going back and watching some of these seasons, because I want to go back and watch Raja's season. I'm obsessed with Raja.
I think she's great too. I think it's
her
really
outfit, her
workroom
60s workroom outfit with those jeans,
the bell bottoms
were amazing. What did you start to say?
I'm gonna get there, but for me personally, I do not want the bell bottoms to come back. For me personally, I don't think they're very flattering. I love them on tall, willowy people like Raja. You can pull them off. Let's do it. But I think what I like so much about Raja is there's like an ethereal something.
Oh, it's what
it's like an immortal being.
Yeah. Oh. Was it Evie or Jinx, maybe, who someone was like, I've never seen the marriage of like regal and punk rock so smooth.
Yeah,
and those are two things that don't.
Yeah, I will say that I felt the silhouette of her runway look in this one from some other things she's already done, but you know, and I mean, she even then in Untucked made like a comment where she was like, I haven't tucked in decades. You like learn how to bypass some shit when you've been doing it so long. And I was like, more power to you. You don't have to tuck when you're wearing something flowy like that.
Jinx had a real hard go at it.
Oh my God. Okay, so I'm going to tell a personal story real quick, which is that for almost my whole growing up, every other year, we had a family reunion with either my grandmother's side of the family or my grandfather's side of the family, all on my mom's side. So whenever we would have it with my grandpa's side of the family, he had 9, there were 9 of them total siblings. And one year, I to this day don't know what they were laughing so hard at, but my grandma and her sister-in-law Jean were laughing so hard that both of them were standing, clutching each other, their own stomachs, the tree, pissing themselves. Like, no, literally, they were peeing. They were laughing so hard. And that is the energy that I was getting from Jinx.
This is that. This tastes like that.
It was hysterical. Once she realized that she had done her bodice wrong and couldn't put it on, she lost her goddamn mind.
Well, it was just so funny with Evie, where Evie was like, did you stretch it out for
Did you make it on the model?
Because I got there just a little bit before Evie. I was like, oh.
She just glued it.
I was like, no, it's going to pucker when it's not. I have hot glued and hand sewn many a garment to them. And that's how you do it.
I just like, I love when somebody gets to, because she also, it had to have been 4:00 in the morning. They all seemed a little punchy, but she was like so punchy, and just like realizing at that point in the process that you have to start over. I love it when people unhinge that way, and it's like, it's hysterical.
So I really think that's mostly, like, I can't remember, was there anything specific that we needed to talk about plot-wise?
They talked a little about the blocking, about Vivian blocking Jinx again, and I mean, they're all acting like they're being butthurt, and I think they're all a little butthurt.
I think Vivian's the most. She gives me competitive energy, because she was really mad about not getting that star, and Jinx had to be like, yeah.
It sucks, right?
It sucks. I mean, I get it, but it's just sort of at a certain point, they're it's just how.
Come on.
It's just how it goes. So
every winner has to block someone, and you get to a certain point, like, everyone has at least one star now, and like half of them have two, so it's like, there's not, and everybody keeps talking about strategy, and I just don't really think there is one. Unless everybody just keeps blocking Jinx, but like at a certain point that you can't keep doing it, so.
And Jinx will combust if that keeps happening.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the challenge was they had to pick one of 7 pre-selected RuPaul Legendary Legend looks and recreate it with their own twist. I mean, obviously, I get it. We see challenges like that. I just find it to be so subjective that it's a little bit kind of frustrating for me. I think that I actually didn't really like any of them. There was a couple that were okay.
I largely liked all of them.
Yeah.
For the most part, yeah.
I just wanted the Ru look.
Well.
I was just like, well, I like that one. And Betsey Johnson was the guest judge.
She was great.
Very interesting critiques. It was they were very flowery, eloquent, avant-garde. Yeah. But if you could get through it, I think there was actual wisdom. That's the word. It was wisdom versus there's a difference between being smart and being wise. It was that whole thing.
Well, she is somehow 80 years old. I had no idea.
She's such a character, and she will be that character well. Like, she will be behaving that way long after she's dead.
Yeah. Well, also, then they showed pictures of her in the 1960s in New York City, which prompted a whole discussion about how that is the god-tier time travel. But she's so cute. I don't know. I can't pull off a cupcake dress just with my body shape, but I give it to Betsey Johnson.
Oh, this was a particularly good look of Ru's.
Oh, it was really fun. Like pink velvet.
Yeah. I wish there was like maybe one more color, like a flourish somewhere. And or I wish the chain went around the outside instead of the inside of the dress. But I did really like.
I like it.
I like this a lot. Yeah. This is one of the ones I like. I think she did a great job with the pants.
Those pants are stunning.
She's one of the ones that I thought was maybe in a little over her head initially, and she's
pulled up. Yeah.
I don't think anyone is talking about how good her makeup is.
It's incredible.
And she's giving us like 2 or 3 different looks each episode. And this wig, it's like the short wigs are always a slight gamble. And she had that really bad short red wig in like the first week or second week or something. I don't know. I just, this pink, orange, red color blocking, the two-tone lips, the purple, and I really, really loved this.
Yeah.
The more I look at it, the more I like it. And I think, because again, the objective was to interpret it in your own style. So I think that's where I was getting hung up in real time, is I wanted to see Evie in that dress.
I see.
And now that I've warmed up to it, I think I'm warming up too.
Yeah. I think it's great.
Okay, this one I actually think is stunning.
Love
I
it.
kind of don't know how she wasn't in the top.
I'm a little shocked too.
Because this is the only, like, they didn't have another challenge.
Yeah, it also, it looks kind of, which is obviously the point, it looks like Playboy Bunny-esque. It's great. And the gold color, first of all, it's not blue. And second of all, it looks great on her.
Well, and the purple eyeshadow, I don't know.
She's been doing that. I'm surprised they haven't given her a note, because she's been purple eyeshadow every week almost.
Maybe it's her thing. I'm not entirely sure,
Maybe.
but this is fantastic.
Yeah. I actually love this.
Do you?
Yeah.
It wasn't, I mean, I don't dislike it.
I like the very, like Bad Sandy vibes of it. Like, that's what I think what I like.
Like,
And,
by Italian.
yeah, and the
like-
fact that she also hand-painted the fabric, like, she made this pattern. I mean, it works for me. And that pink lip, that, like, dusty pink lip, I just dig it.
Well, that's sort of the issue I'm having with this season, is literally everybody's good. And so
Yeah.
it's like the ones that I don't like, it's not that I dislike it, it's quite literally personal preference.
Right.
It's quite literally like, I don't know, that's just not
For me.
that's just not the look I would pick if I was given these 7 options.
Right.
Or 8. There's 8 of them.
Yeah.
So, because similarly, this is well made and she looks good, but it didn't do much for me.
She also...
I wasn't entirely sure. Yeah, go ahead.
It's not... She kept on saying, I'm going to keep the baby doll silhouette. And I'm like, bitch. First of all, you did not. And also... Trinity the Tuck, make a dress you can walk in challenge.
I don't think it's that serious or that bad, but
I don't know. It's kind of killing me because it's like every week now. She looks stunning. I can't argue that, but it's like, it's the same as the thing with Vivian about the blue. And then now that I'm like, stop making stuff you can walk in, because it looks like it's challenging. Like she looks like it's hard to walk. The sleeves are great. The
it
bow
was
on the
impressive.
back,
It was very impressive, but it just wasn't my personal.
Plus, she also did it, and then also apparently helped everyone else. Trinity.
And then Raja was there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it, but it does look just like the thing she wore like a week or two ago. It's not. I'm not mad at it. The boots are great. The face is great.
I think
the
it's too
hair
much.
is great, but it's a lot. Yeah.
For someone who seems to be very billowing caftan-y, I'm a little surprised she didn't find a way to
Sure. Yeah.
billow
sure.
caftan this look. And also Jinx was there.
I love this.
Really? I think it's terrible. I mean, I'm impressed that she pulled this off with a hot glue gun.
Well, first of all, it's purple, which I love. Second of all, she does look like a sarsaparilla girl at like a saloon. And the lips, once she made the face, the lips made sense to me. It's not my favorite, but I just think it's great. I just
think they're neat.
I love Jinx.
I do too.
I love it. Also, I'm just proud of her. It looks great.
She did. Yeah, she did do that.
This, though,
This
on
is
the
great.
other hand, this is absolutely fabulous. It is the brief completely. She looks like Diana Ross.
That was a really, because I think someone pointed out that it was like, that's a really good instinct to like, and also that suits Jada, I think.
100%. And those huge paillettes. I am obsessed. Yeah, I don't know. The band across the back, the halter, everything about it.
I love this.
Weird.
You don't like it?
It's fine. I
love it.
I agree with Betsey Johnson that the two competing fabrics actually really work together, or maybe it was Carson. it ends up working really well. I think part of my problem is I don't love a face kini.
But
the patterns are very busy, so it's not totally in my wheelhouse.
But the fact that she then that it feels like so much is happening with so little happening.
Yeah. It's very impressive. It is not my favorite look.
Oh, for my top would have been this and Vivian. And with like, yeah, I don't know. I really loved, she made the hat. Like, I loved this. And once again, because it's not really the point, but her makeup under this is incredible.
It's very good. There's like this sort of minty, like veering into Kelly greenish blue color. It's very striking.
Robin's egg, maybe?
Yeah. It's darker than that. I think it's weirdly that Jada and Vivian were my favorites. The two gold ones were my favorites. Jada and Trinity
were the top.
Yep.
And this time Trinity won.
Yep.
Pull my audio from the last time. And she did this whole like sort of commedia dell'arte pantomime across they've all been kind of doing it, but she like went full Knives Out.
Very funny.
it was I mean, Trinity, from what little I know about Trinity, she does have that like
a comedic sensibility.
Yeah, but like maybe it's the Leslie Jordan from her Snatch Game. Like she's got this like down home Colonel thing that she can kind of tap into, and
very
it's like
Benoit Blanc.
Yeah. So she did pick Evie. Evie was again very gracious. Evie got a lot of screen time this episode.
She did, yeah. I liked it. I love Evie. I think Evie's great. I think Evie laughs a little too long at her own jokes, but I like it.
But yeah, so this was a middle episode, and in such it was the middle of this run of episodes. It was good.
Betsey Johnson came backstage and talked to the
She was carried.
queens. Yeah, she was carried because she looked like she hurt her foot somehow. But yeah, it was great. They had a really good time talking to her. One of them shoplifted from her store in California. Raja. Very funny. Loved it all. Good stuff.
So.
Oh, and then Evie got blocked. Trinity blocked Evie. And she reacted amazingly.
So, okay. Well, tune in next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Bye. The stupid octopus.
Glad.
You remember how worried you were to give it to me?
I wind up getting you a lot of stuffed animals, which is not a thing, but you end up liking them. I mean,
I like my stuffies.
But I'm like, you don't have any. Like, there's not a precedent for it.
I have a bear and a seal and a whale.
Okay, well then from here on out.
Stuffies only.
I just thought his little happy and mad face.
Well, the angry face is hilarious to me.
I designed him too. I made him blue and purple.
No, you didn't.
Yeah. It was customizable.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. That was the best purple they had, because I know you don't love red purple.
No, it's fine.
But that was the only real purple they had.
I told you.
That's why I settled on the blue, because I was like, well.
Yeah, Trevor's son had one, but he's like rainbow on one side.
He was from a sketchy Instagram ad.
Nice. Love it.
I was like, I'm going to trust that this works.